So I'm in the building with a mogul. I'm gonna call you a mogul.
I like that word.
Yeah, I love it. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
I'm gonna call you a mogul, bro.
Yeah.
DJ Filthy Rich. You're a content creator, DJ, artist, and you're a great guy. I'm gonna say that. You're my dog.
So you already know.
Talking about humble beginnings. You started off as an artist.
Yeah. So when I first moved down here from Jersey, I moved down here like the end of 99, 2000. So I didn't come down here for music. Really, it was always art first, right? So I went to the Art Institute of Philadelphia. I went to school for animation. I always wanted to do cartoons from jump. You know what I'm saying? It was always that. Music is something I kind of stumbled into. So I was going to school in Philly, and my man was like, my best friend was going to school at Morris Brown down here. So I came to visit him, and just like everybody else, like Atlanta turned me out. Like I was like, nigga, fuck Jersey, I'm not going back, ain't shit going on. Cause I always felt like anyway, like, I always wanted to do something. I didn't necessarily know exactly how big I wanted to be, but I just knew it's just no opportunities where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? So I came down here and I just started looking around. First it was like, damn, look at all these badass bitches out here. Nigga, it's popping. But then I started moving around and I started seeing like the networking and just the way the industry was just bubbling at that time. So I was like, man, I'm about to just move down here because I can't really grow where I'm at. So I came down here and I was working at Cumberland Mall. I was managing a store at Cumberland Mall called Manhattan's. And at the school that I transferred to was the Art Institute of Atlanta. So it's an art school. I'm doing animation there, but there's also a video program. There's a culinary school. It's for all artists. So another dude that I met, at the time, you just really couldn't tell me I wasn't the best rapper in the world, nigga. Like I rhyme, like, you know what I'm saying? I really was on some shit like, nigga, no one raps better than me. I don't give a fuck. So I was making little mixtapes here and there, and there was another dude, his name is, they called him Big. So my man at the time was like, yo, it's a nigga named Big. He from Jersey too. He be battling everybody at school. He tearing everybody's head off. Yo, you need to get at him. And I'm like, shit, he ain't nicer than me. Because I come from that. We come from that competitive shit. Like, I ain't even care about making records. It was just like, no, nigga, I rap better than everybody. And he was on some shit. So I started hearing, rumors about him. He started hearing about me. So they set up this battle. And when we met each other, I don't remember what happened. The battle was supposed to happen. Something happened and it didn't happen. My memory is terrible. But it ended up, me and him started getting cool. The way I met him, my best friend was customizing shoes. This is back when we was putting like the Gucci on the Nike check and all that shit, the NBA logos on, like we was always with the fashion shit. Like we was on some shit early. So my man was on it too. So we would make them and he was selling them around the school. Same dude, Dave. So when I finally met him, I'm like, hold on. You the nigga that everybody's talking about is battle everybody? He's like, yeah, nigga. I'm like, oh shit. So we start just do a little cipher in the car. And I was like, you nice. He's like, nah, nigga, you hard. So I was like, yo, we gotta do something. He's like, nigga, it's a studio upstairs in the school. I'm like, huh? He's like, yeah, I do video production. It's a studio upstairs. We can go in there and rap. I'm like, you lying, nigga. He's like, for real. So from that day, like me and that nigga been like this. So we started making mixtapes out of the school and we was just hustling them around, moving them around the city. And then I used to sell them at the store, at the mall. So I would make mixtapes. So it'd be like, we from up north, so I still had like, I had the K-Slate plug, I had the DJ Clue plug, all those tapes were coming out. This is like before Drama and them, like, so people would come to the mall, they would buy like, they come to my store, they buy clothes, we sell them some weed out the back, they get a tape, you know what I mean? So it was like the one-stop shop. We was on some bullshit back then, like, we was wilding. So long story short, I was just heavy into it. A guy came in one day and I was playing music. He's like, that's you? I'm like, yeah. He's like, yo, you hard. You ever think about doing it seriously? I'm like, nah, I don't know. I just like the shit. So he's like, I want to introduce you to somebody. He picked me up one day, took me to around these niggas, these West Side niggas, and they was cool as shit. I just like their whole vibe. They was thugged out, they was raw, and I didn't know who they were at first. He was like, yeah, this my man Matt, this my man Country, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, cool. So he's like, come back, I want you to meet somebody else. My man got a show. I'm like, all right. Come back the next day, it's Tip. Tip hop out, this is young Tip. Like this, like, I'm serious Tip. So first time I meet him, he's not gonna remember this, but first time I ever met him, I'm with the PSC, we kicking shit. Tip hops out with a bulletproof vest on, hops out the truck, and we go to the Bounce, and he does a show. I'm like, nigga, this is what it's like to rap. Like, bitches is going, this is T.I. Like, so it's crazy. We on the West Side, we at the Bounce, this young T.I. So I'm like, oh, I'm doing this. So that's how I kind of got the bug, and I just started taking it seriously and just took it from there.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing like one of your videos. I'm like, man, 50 is a motherfucking rapper, bro. Like for real.
Yeah.
I can tell you had at some point you probably had and I'm pretty sure you still got that passion for it. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Yeah, it's
never
in me.
really lose it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I still love it. I just don't like the game. You know what I mean? That's kind of why I fell back. Like I had a good run, but I'm just, people say that all the time, but it's like I'm just too real for that shit. Like I can't fake it. I'm not I'm not with the politics shit. If you fuck with me, you fuck with me. If not, cool, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Cause I remember I was like, man, Filth is so hard, bro. I remember listening to some of your shit, and then you did drop the freestyle probably like I want to say about 3 years ago.
Yeah, I think it was in the pandemic probably.
Yeah,
I was just bored in the
man,
house
that
like that.
shit went fucking nuts. I was happy. I was like, cause I've been trying to get you to do music forever. I be like, God damn it, Filth, give me one take, just one. But
it's still in me.
yeah, man, for sure. And goddamn, you are different, bro. You know what I'm saying? Your style, your flow, bro. That shit is just magnificent, bro. Like you spit some real shit.
No, I appreciate you, bro. And that was my thing too. Is like I'm from the era where you got to stand on what you're saying.
Hell
so
yeah.
you know, my shit was like I was listening to some of my old shit the other day. I'm like, nigga, I was really telling the truth, bro. I'm telling the truth, bro. I was talking that shit. I had a good life, man. I had a good run in my 20s. I was great. We was outside. We was outside for real.
Bro, you was hard as fuck, bro. I swear, man. So, you know, we're gonna talk about we're gonna get a little bit about your DJing.
Mm-hmm.
How did that come about? Like going from an artist to a DJ.
So that's crazy because it's still the same thing. Like I gotta like, I guess when I tell these stories and when I think about it, I'm like, damn, I gotta thank coming to mall, yo, because a lot of things that happened to me happened from me being in that store.
Right.
So same thing, I'm in that store, I'm doing these mixtapes. So what I would do is I have all the hot new songs that's out, and I would slide my songs in there. So the 3 newest hottest songs, my song. 4 of the newest hottest songs, another one of my shit. Yeah, I'm sliding my shit in there. I'm a hustler. I'm like, y'all gonna hear me. And so it was this dude named Chris, big white dude, somebody that you would never even think listen to rap. And he used to come in there and shop me all the time. He'd be like, yo, where's your tape? You got a tape with just all your music on it? And I'm like, yeah. So he used to buy my mixtapes and shit. He used to gas me up all the time. He'd be like, man, you the greatest and blah, blah, blah. So one day he came in the store, he like, you should be a DJ. And I'm like, why? He was like, cause your voice on the mic, like you got a good voice and you know all the new music, you should be a DJ. I'm like, well, I don't know how to DJ, so yeah, not gonna be a DJ. He's like, well, look, you got an audition tomorrow at Club Wax because I just became the manager over there. I got you an audition. And I said, hold on, bro, what's Club Wax? He's like, it's a strip club. I'm like, well, I don't know how to DJ. He was like, it don't matter, man. They're gonna love you, dog. You know how to talk on the mic. You just be you. Just go in there and be you. I get you the job. I'm like, hold on, bro.
Wow.
I don't know how to DJ. What part of this you not understanding? He was like, you know all the music. I'm like, yeah, nigga, but I don't know how to. He said, well, your audition's tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Figure it out. So I got my big CD books. This is back when CD books.
Yeah.
And I did have all the music. So I'm smart, so I tried to plan it out. So my audition was at 2. So I went in at 12. So I went in at 12. I went to the DJ booth. I introduced myself to the DJ. He's chilling. Shout out to DJ Kermit. So he's working, and the whole time I'm talking to him, I'm watching his hands. I'm watching what he's doing. I'm watching how he proceeds. I'm watching how he, for 2 hours, I'm watching like, all right, I think I got this. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling nobody I'm not a DJ because I'm like, shit, nigga, this is a strip club. I can work here. I want to do this.
Fuck you talking about?
So I get my audition. I play all the best songs. I'm not mixing nothing. It's put the CD in, play, talk. Yeah, I'm putting the CD in, put the CD in, play. I'm switching the CD while I'm talking. So that shit was terrible. But I'm playing it off. And obviously they didn't care because the owner came up like, same thing my man Chris. He said, oh my God, you have the best strip club voice I've ever heard. You got the job. You start tomorrow. I'm like,
okay.
What time? I'll be here. So after that, it was just more like, damn, all right, I can't be in here and not know how to DJ. So I used to just come in and practice. I started getting advice from different DJs. There was another DJ named DJ Styles. And this is crazy too, because he was from the West Side. All the people that put me on in DJing are dead, which is kind of crazy. So Chris got killed. Chris, who put me on, he was he ended up being security at Shooter Alley. He got killed out front of Shooter Alley, breaking up a fight. Somebody killed him. Styles, who taught me my DJ style. Like I got my whole DJ style from him. Like I already had my style, but he taught me just to put the swag on and the personality. And even he used to rap too. So he was like, yo, just treat it like you rapping. all your personality, just put that into the microphone when you're DJing. You already got the music. So he taught me that. He died in a motorcycle accident, RP style. So it's kind of crazy because it's like I do all this, but the niggas who got me in the game can't even see how far I came because they saw it in me. I didn't see it. To me, it was just a hustle at first. You know what I'm saying? But that's when I really started taking it serious. Like, man, well, I gotta make these niggas proud because it's kind of like I got ghosts on me and shit. So I don't be playing. Like I really be taking it serious. Angels, yeah, I won't say ghosts. I do angels.
Guardian angels.
Yeah. So salute to them for believing in me because I ain't see it. I was still in rap mode. I'm like DJing, fuck that. But then I started getting that bag. I'm like, nigga, oh DJing make money, rap costs money. You know how much money I spent on videos and all that shit? I wasn't making it back. So I'm like, let me just focus on this DJing so I can get bread. And then, you know, we just grew from there.
Right. And then you obviously at some point linked up with the Coalition DJs.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
So in 2014, and I remember this day because it was my son was born. So February 7th, 2014, my son was born. And I'm in the hospital, I'm chilling. So, you know, when you have a baby, so my wife, like, she knocked out, she in the bed. I'm in the same room, I'm on the futon with my son, just chilling. And he sleep, and I'm bored. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy, you know what I mean? I'm bored, so I'm, you know, just scrolling through the gram. And Nick Love is my man. So Nick Love knows me from back in my rap days. Nick was like, I used to rip every showcase in the city, like everything. So Nick was always around. So he knew me as a rapper. He didn't even really know me as a DJ like that, but he did know I DJ. So I saw him make a post. He was like, yeah, brand new Coalition DJs, DJ Westside and DJ Kerosene. And I'm like, oh shit. I heard of Coalition. I'm like, this nigga taking new DJs? I'm like, well shit, I want to get with Coalition. So I shot him a DM, just bullshitting. I'm like, holding my son like, nigga, you should make me a Coalition DJ. You know I'm outside. All these girls love me at Wax, nigga. I be going crazy. I break all the records. All the hood niggas, I'm at the spot where niggas be scared to come to, but they all fuck with me.
Right.
Ha ha ha, laughing. He hit me back like, that's not a bad idea, my boy. And I'm like, oh shit. All right, so I was like, what do I do? He's like, just come to New Music Monday. Come to New Music Monday, and that's where I met all of y'all. I think you started like 2 weeks before me or something like that.
Man. Yeah, about 2 weeks before.
Yeah, so we came in around the same time. It was me, you, and Kerosene. We was like the rookies. And then I even remember coming in, like I didn't even know Big X. Big X didn't know me and I didn't know him. He laughs at this story all the time.
Yeah.
Who I am in Coalition now and how I started, he was looking like, fuck is this nigga? You know what I'm saying? But Nick was like, nah, he's good. So he kind of Nick vouched for me. And, you know, Wax is not a big name club, but when people come there, then they realize what it is. It's like, yo,
it's the shit.
It is the shit.
It's the fucking shit.
And I'm the man there. Like, I'm funky at Strokers.
Yeah.
I'm filthy at Wax. It's like,
right, yeah.
You know what I mean? So once they started seeing that, they're like, oh shit. So X actually tested me. I remember this too. I don't know if you remember this. This is like, wow. Shout out to Big X.
I love you, X.
Yeah, this old Big X. Y'all know old Big X is from the city. So,
oh, Lord.
Yeah, so he came to Wax and I guess he was testing to see what I was going to do. But I had that bitch on smash. So after that, he was like, oh, nah, you good. And ever since then, it's just been Gucci, man. You just going up.
For sure, man.
Yeah.
The content, bro. This is the part that I've been waiting to get to. Because not only am I an observer and I watch it, I'm a fan, bro. So it's the apparel you have on right now, the Roach Motel.
Yes, sir.
Bro, this shit is the funniest fucking cartoon in the world, in my opinion, bro. This is fucking hilarious, bro. So,
thank you, bro.
And you know, every time I see it, I support it. I've been supported since you first showed it to me.
For real.
Cause you know how I got friends who used to do like animation and shit, and they be like, okay, I do cartoons. Then you look at the cartoon, it's like, alright, you got that shit like a fucking cardboard cutout. But
yeah,
when I saw your shit, instantly I was pulled towards. I'm like, damn, this is really quality work, and this shit is fucking hilarious. So like, talk a little bit about the creation, I guess, the creative process, and you know, first, well, you know what? Let's talk about how you started it. How did it start? I mean, I know you said you went to the art institute.
Yeah. So, this is just full circle too. So, like I said, I came down here. I was in school doing animation anyway, so I was always doing this. I had a homework assignment. It was a storyboard class. So storyboard, you do films, you know what storyboard is. You got to draw out the frames and see what it's gonna look like. So storyboard class, they were like, you got one day, go home, come up with a story, storyboard it, and come back tomorrow and present it to the class. So this is back in, we young, so I'm living on Six Flags Drive on the west side. Me and my man's, there's two of us. So we're in the apartment, we chilling, getting high as usual, high as shit. And I'm sitting on the couch smoking. I'm like, damn, I can't come up with nothing. And I look and I see a roach crawl across the table and crawl in the ashtray and start like fucking with the weed and the roaches and the ashes in there. And I'm like, it'd be funny as hell if that nigga got high. And I was like, damn, what if the roaches was like us? Like, what if they really just wanted to just...
Well, the roaches were niggas.
They was niggas, bro. Like, they really just... But real niggas. Like, what if they just wanted to chase girls and get high and fuck around and go to the strip club? All the things that we do. So I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna make this my storyboard homework. If I get in trouble, fuck it. But I'm just gonna make sure I do it well. So it didn't have no weed or nothing, in obviously, because it was school. So what I did, I just had these two roaches trying to get this piece of cake. But when I turned it in, my teacher kind of pulled me to the side. And this is crazy too, because I really felt like an underdog. Like, this is why I go so hard with everything I do. Everything that I've ever tried to do, I always put my all in. Like, I'm always high quality with everything, whether it was music or DJing and animation. Like, my thing is, like, if you're gonna do something, do it all the way for real, because I don't want anybody to say my shit is whack. I got pride. So when I was in school, I felt like I was one of the best artistic wise, you know what I mean, and storytelling wise, but the teachers didn't really fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why. I think it, now that I look back, I think it was a stereotype. Like, you know what I mean? I went to, you know, you would have like the goth kids and the weirdos and the skateboarders, but they was looking at me and my boy like, we coming in with Timbs and do-rags, big fucking clothes on. So they looking at us like, these are some street niggas, they don't give a fuck. But
you know what's crazy though?
We really was like that.